Every throne in the world has been sat on by men who are healthy, strong, and whole. Yours will be different. Your body will betray you from the inside out, piece by piece, year by year. And you will not step down. Not once. Not ever. You will defeat the greatest general alive while your sword arm goes numb. You will rule Jerusalem blind from a bed, dictating orders you cannot see written. You will die at 24, having never known a single painless morning. From a stone palace in Jerusalem to a history no one who lived it could believe. This is your life. Baldwin IV, the Leper King. 12 levels, one destiny. Let's begin. Level 1, the arm that felt nothing. Jerusalem, 1161. You are 9 years old. The boys in the courtyard are wrestling. You are winning. You always win. But something is wrong. Your tutor William stands on the balcony above, watching not the fight, but your arm. The other boys dig their nails into your forearm, deep enough to draw blood. You don't flinch. You feel nothing. You have never felt anything there. William calls you inside. He presses a lit candle to your skin and watches your face. Your face does nothing. His goes white. You are 9 years old, and something is already growing inside your body that no prayer will ever stop. Level 2, the word no one wants to say. You are 11. A physician unwraps the linen in a dark room. Pale skin, patches without sensation. He presses a needle in. Nothing. He steps back. He does not need to speak. Leprosy. In this century, it is a sentence with no appeal, no cure, no reversal. The fingers curl inward, the face collapses, the eyes go dark. Most lepers are pushed outside the city walls and ring bells so people can move away before they arrive. But you are not most lepers. You are the heir to Jerusalem. The kingdom needs a king. Right now, you are all they have. Level 3, the crown nobody envied. You are 13. Your father is gone. Dysentery took him on campaign. The crown passes to a child with a disease already working through him. The barons kneel in the great hall. Some mean it. Most are already calculating. A sick boy on the throne means opportunity. Your tutor William becomes your closest advisor, the only man in the room who sees a king instead of a deadline. The kingdom you inherit is a thin strip of land pressed between the sea and a wall of enemies. Somewhere beyond the horizon, a man named Saladin is binding the entire Muslim world under one banner. He is patient. You are 13 years old, and you are the only thing standing between him and Jerusalem. Level 4, learning the real war. You are 15. The bandages begin every morning before the court sees you. The real war in Jerusalem is not fought on sand outside the walls. It is fought in corridors and whispered conversations and letters sealed with wax. Every baron is calculating how long you have. You sit through 6-hour council meetings and memorize every debt, every alliance, every grudge. You learn who can be trusted. The list is short enough to count on one hand. Level 5, the impossible charge. You are 16. Saladin crosses the border with 26,000 men. You have 375 knights. Every advisor says fall back, wait behind the walls. You refuse. You ride out. A servant straps the shield to your forearm because your fingers will not grip. You find Saladin's army near a hill called Montgisard. They expect you to be hiding. You order the charge. 375 knights drive into 26,000 soldiers. Saladin's army shatters. He escapes on a racing camel. You ride back to Jerusalem, a hero. For one single night, you forget the clock is still running. Then morning comes. Level 6, the vultures gather. You are 18. The disease moves faster. Your right hand is nearly useless. The skin cracks open in deep sores. Someone lifts you into the saddle because you can no longer do it yourself. Your sister's husband, a French knight named Guy of Lusignan, arrived with more ambition than judgment and began positioning himself for the crown. The barons split into factions. You sit on the throne, wrapped in linen, watching your kingdom tear itself apart while Saladin rebuilds outside the walls. He has time. You are running out of it faster than anyone will say aloud. Level 7. The Silver Mask. You are 20. Your legs are giving out. Someone carries you into the throne room every morning. You choose a silver mask to replace the bandages. If they are going to stare, they will stare at something cold. Guy of Lusignan breaks a peace treaty with Saladin by raiding a merchant caravan. You strip him of his title, his authority, his future in one session. The barons protest. You do not care. You cannot walk, but you can still rule, and these are not the same thing. You appoint Raymond of Tripoli as regent. Steady, experienced. The court despises the choice. You want the kingdom to survive. Those are two different goals. Level 8. Carried to the front. You are 21. Saladin lays siege to a fortress near the Sea of Galilee. Raymond gathers the army and will not attack. Too cautious. The walls are crumbling. You hear the reports from your bed, and something inside you breaks. You have not walked in months. Your eyes are failing. You order servants to carry you to the front on a litter. The army watches in silence as you arrive. A blind and crippled king on a stretcher on a battlefield. Then something moves through the ranks. You give the orders. The men follow. Saladin sees the banners of Jerusalem and withdraws. He will not fight you. Not after Montgisard. The most powerful warlord in the Middle East turns his army around rather than face a man who cannot stand. This is the last battlefield you will ever see. Level 9. Ruling in darkness. You are 22. The light is gone. Servants describe every room as they carry you through it. Advisors read every letter aloud. You dictate from a bed you will not leave again. Every joint is swollen. Every breath costs something. But you are still making decisions. You name your sister's infant son as heir and force every baron to swear loyalty to the child. Some lie to your face. You cannot see their expressions. You know anyway. You have always known who is loyal and who is simply waiting. Level 10. The Sand Castle. You are 23. The child is crowned co-king beside you. A boy who cannot hold a sword now shares the throne of Jerusalem. It is desperate. It is the only move left. You have built a wall of oaths and laws around the succession. Paper thin. The tide is Saladin. The castle is sand. But you have bought time. That is all you have ever done. Bought time with blood and pain and a body that should have stopped years ago and did not because you refused to give it permission. Level 11. The Last Letters. You are still 23. You dictate from the bed. Letters about the child's protection. Letters to Rome asking for help that will not arrive. Letters about the eastern border. Every sentence costs breath you no longer have to spare. Your advisors lean close to hear you. The words come slower, but they come. 10 years of governing through blindness and agony and betrayal. You do not stop now. There is always one more letter, one more wall to hold. Level 12. The Price of Everything. Spring, 1185. Jerusalem. You are 24. You cannot feel the warmth on your skin. You cannot see the light through the window. You can barely hear the prayers rising from the church below. Your body has finally finished what it started when you were 9. The servants change your bandages one last time. The room goes quiet. You are 24 years old, and you have lived more than men twice your age will ever understand. The crown is lifted from your head. 2 years after your death, Guy of Lusignan will lose Jerusalem to Saladin at the horns of Hattin. Everything you bled to protect will fall. But not today. Today the pain finally stops. You paid the price, and now you are history.